Hi friends, thank you all so much for coming back to craft with me today, and welcome if you're new here. My name is Alyssa. Today we're going to be making this fun layered mini album, and I'm using my pastel spring paper pad here, which is from Joann's. I think I got it last year, and you can see there are like 4 different layers pretty much to this album. So I just put this bunny and a frame and some trim on my cover. I didn't really think it needed a sentiment or a title, but maybe I'll add one down below here. Who knows? But that's my cover. When you open it up, you have a side pocket. So I just have some small little cards in there. I thought maybe I'd put a photo here, like a smaller photo. So there's nothing on this card for now. But this album is really great for like 4x6 photos, bigger pictures like that. But over here, I just have this page for writing, and I added some flowers there. And so you can see any of your decorations or stickers coming off the edges as well if you want a look like that. And then this is a top loading pocket here. So I just have a journaling card there with some more fun stickers. And over here, I've got some more writing space, cute little mushroom and flower down below. And you can really do whatever you want, obviously, on all of these pages. But here I did a side pocket with some vellum. So I have Wild at Heart here with a little butterfly you can pull out of there. And then another flower down below because I liked it just hanging off the edge there. Another top loading pocket. So there's a big thank you card there. And for our last few pages, I used my sticky notes again to just decorate there. I'm thinking of putting a photo here, so I didn't put anything on that page. But yet another top loading pocket there. So for now, I just put this little card in there. Not really sure what I'm gonna put in this area yet, and I might decorate it up some more, but just to have something in there for now. That goes in that top loading pocket. So really fun little album here with all these layers and stickers poking out there. So go ahead and grab some paper and we can create one of these together. So I'm going to be using the Pastel Spring paper pad again today, and let's just go page by page. So for our first page here, or the cover, you're just going to need a sheet of paper that's 4.5 inches wide by 6 inches tall. And for now, I'm just going to set this aside because we're not scoring it or anything like that. But that's just the size that you need. And then for our second page here, you're going to need a sheet of paper that's 12 inches wide by 6 inches tall. And we are scoring this one, so I'm just flipping my paper over here at the 12-inch side. And I'm just going to score at 2 and 7. So there's 2 and there is 7. Like so. This little 2-inch part is going to be our pocket. So just bring back your first page here, and I'm going to flip mine over this way, and I'm going to take my second sheet here and flip it back to the pattern side. So we'll have this little 2-inch section here that's going to go onto the back of our cover, and that's going to be our side pocket. And then the rest of this portion here, we're just folding in half pretty much. So I'll fold that part back. So it's going to look like this. Open there. And then we're not going to glue anything down quite yet. We're just going to put that to the side and keep on going. And then for our third page, this one here, we are going to just grab another sheet that's 12 inches wide by 6 inches tall. And I'm going to hold it here at 12 inches. And then we're just going to score it 1/2 inch, 6 inches, and 11 1/2. So 1/2 inch, 6, and 11 1/2. Okay, so basically we're just folding this in half, and then we have 2 little tabs on either end. So there's going to be one here, flip this, and then there's another one on the other side here. So it looks like this pretty much. That's going to be our third page. And why we have those little tabs is because that's how we're going to anchor our second sheet to this third sheet here. And then the other tab in the back is how we're going to anchor our last sheet. So let's just set these all to the side once again and grab our last paper here for our fourth page. This is another 12 by 6, and we're just going to fold it in half at the 12-inch side. Or you can score it at 6 like I'm going to do. So just right down the middle there, and we'll fold this in half. All right, so let me just keep my sticky notes on here. That's the fourth page. This is the third page, and here is our second page. Okay, so this is how it's going to look all layered up. We can go ahead and start attaching these all to each other to create our mini album. So I'll grab my glue, and I'm going to start by gluing on my cover. So again, we're just going to take the first 2 pages, set these ones aside. So we're going to glue pretty much this little flap here to the back side of our cover to create a side pocket. So simply just glue down your 3 edges here. And then I'm going to pop this cover on top like so. Make sure that's nice and even. Open it up and see if it looks good to you. All right, then we have this page here, which again is going to be open on the left. So I create a top loading pocket this way. So let's bring our next page, the third page, over, and I'm just going to be gluing the tab here in the front. And we're going to flip this and open it up, and then just attach your tab to the inside here. Close this back up and then kind of just close up the whole album to make sure that everything's even, of course. Okay, so there's all our fun layers. Now we can just open this up and glue it shut. So again, I'm just going to glue 2 edges so that I have a pocket page. All right, and then we'll just bring this back over. Okay. And then for our 3rd page, let's flip that over. It's going to be open as well, and then we have that other tab on this side. So we're going to be taking just our 4th page here and putting the tab on the inside of this page. Before I do that though, I am going to glue this shut here and here to create another top loading pocket page. So actually, let me close that up first. Bring this over. Okay, and then our little tab here we can glue to the inside of our 4th page. So just pop some glue on that. Bring your 4th page over, just open it up, of course, and then stick your tab on the inside. And now you have all these fun layers. And then of course, you're going to open it this way in the back and do another top loading pocket here if you want to. So just glue your 2 edges again and close that up. And that's the whole album. Okay, so let me wipe off any glue, and that is the construction of the album. I can take my stickies off now. So you really have a lot of space to add bigger photos, like I said, or just more journaling space, or just, you know, have fun creating your own page layouts. So I'm going to start here in the front, and I really love this print, so I'm not going to add too much to the front, but perhaps I'll just add this bloom and grow sentiment to the center. And I'll just pop that on with my glue. I feel like that's an appropriate sentiment for all these beautiful flowers. And maybe I'll take some trim as well and put it down the side too, just like my first one. And this trim is just from Dollar Tree. So you could do this and like wrap your trim around the spine area too, if you don't like the look of the spine part. but I'm just putting this on the side of the front. And I think that just adds a cute little touch. All right, let's go on to the inside now. And I'm going to just grab some journaling cards for my pocket there. So this one I just made with my scraps, cut the edges, and then this one says time flies. So just pop those into here. And I think I'll add another little butterfly to my pocket, perhaps in the middle. And let's use some foam tape to attach that. Like that. And then I'm just going to grab some writing paper and stick that here. And maybe I'll add some flowers or something to the bottom there. Let's use some foam tape again. All right, let's see how this is gonna look from the outside. Here we go. And we have a top loading pocket here, which you could fill all the top loading pocket pages with more photos if you want to do that. But I did go ahead and create a journaling card here with a rainbow. It says, I love us. I mean, even with a card like this, you could put a nice big photo on the back. So that's what I'm planning to do at least. And I'm hoping this fits. Okay. Next few pages here. I'm going to glue my bucket list right over here. And then I think I will do another vellum side pocket. So I pretty much just grab a vellum scrap. As long as it's 6 inches tall, or it doesn't have to be, I think this one's a little shorter as you can kind of see, but just any scrap that you have, you can make pockets on your pages. It doesn't even have to be vellum. But like I said, play around with your page layouts because there is quite a bit of room. All right, so I'll just pop this on here. Whoops. And then I have this little card that says be unique. I added my own little tab there. So I'll stick that in here. And I have this card that says no beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart. I might put a photo in there, but I'll just stick that into the top loading pocket. And let's see, maybe I'll add a sticker or something that comes off the edge of the page. Not sure actually, because then it's going to be in the way of the card, but I do like how you can see this. Let me just try it out. This will just have to go over the butterfly, unless I can like lift up the wings there. Let's just do that. It'll be kind of a nuisance to take out, but it looks pretty, doesn't it? So I'm gonna leave that there for now. All right, last few pages here. I'm just going to grab a few of my sticky notes and just put them over onto this side here. And these sticky notes I got at a store called Ollie's. I don't even know, a long time ago. In this beautiful paper here, I don't even think I'm going to add anything to it yet. I probably will put maybe small photos on this page, but I do have one last journaling card here that I'll stick into the top loading pocket at least. So let's go ahead and do that. Love it. Okay, I think that's going to complete this mini album today. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope that you like all the fun layers as well. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more crafty fun and inspiration, and leave me a comment down below. I would love to say hi to you. But other than that, I will see you all in my next video. So happy crafting and huge hugs!